Hey guys and gals, I got another one for you today. Today I'm in my Progetto 65 on Kasserine, and this is just a game right before work, and I wasn't planning on recording this, but I just had this gut feeling that this was going to be a good game, so that's why it seems like the video starts a little late. Anytime Mav can get his mobile medium tanks with good vision out on the front lines and have a team behind him to support him, it's gonna be a good game, as long as I don't kill myself too quickly from too much aggression. Because one thing that does happen a lot to me in this scenario is I think the team's behind me, but then as I'm spotting, I take shots and they don't return fire because they're all hiding behind cover. So I head north and I got a lot of backing here. And like I talked about in my mouse video, when I'm in a mobile tank, I like to come up here. Now the thing about being up here is you can move around the map a lot more easily if you win this, whereas in the south you're kind of choked up. You can't really move through the wide open deserts as well, and you end up going up through the valley. Alright, so you want to be a little bit careful when you're heading up through here, because a lot of times the red team will send a lot of tanks. There are a lot of red tanks also spotted in mid and south. But we catch an IS-7 off guard here, we get his track off, no damage on that first shell, damages fuel tank and track him, retrack, we're going to throw the fourth one in there and we're going to get a kill because somebody else shot him. So we start off the game with a full HP of an IS-7, which is awesome, whether it's my damage or my assistant damage. We do lose our driver and take a shot from him, have to use a large med kit to get him back into place. But I need to fall back. I need to clip up. I could sit there and just keep them spotted for my team, but if they all in me, that's one thing the Progetto's really bad at. If you don't have your shells, your DPM is so poor. And you can't trade effectively when you're brawling, so this is definitely not a brawling tank. Not to mention it has paper armor. It's not like the TVP where you want to trade maybe one shell for 4 shells and eradicate somebody by tracking them. I track him sideways, which is beautiful. I put the last shell in, and now I'm once again exposed because I don't have any shells. And I'm hoping that somebody can shoot this guy. Sure enough, my King Dragon shuts him down for me. I'm going to get back into the valley, loop back around. That probably was unnecessary, and it's a little too early to make that play. But I'm trying to win the north so we can progress down through the middle, because if we can get to the middle, that's essentially where their team is, and we'll be able to just farm their backsides. Just need my team to push in. I feel like just be a little bit more aggressive, and I'm trying to instigate that by making these rounds. So I come back over again. I'm feeling good. I had a couple good games before this, and I'm heading to work, so usually a little bit stupid / more aggressive. Then I can just head off to work if I end up dying. Alright, so I pretty much have given up all my hit points to try to push my team forward here, but we're going to go one more time, see if we can get these guys across the valley. There's a Patton and a Conqueror over here, so we'll see if we can get the sides of them. Sure enough, the Patton's not looking at us, but he's quick to turn his attention, and as soon as he turns his attention to me, my team pushes in there. So it's like they seen that I was over here, they seen that the Patton turned his attention, and right on cue they start to make a push. But since Patton's looking at me, I'm going to see if I can deal with this Conqueror, and my team helps me shut him down. That just leaves the Patton left by himself. I only have 1 shell, but I'm able to sit behind this rock and reload. If he rushes in, my teammates are going to punish him. You see they're already starting to damage him. So he's going to leave me alone, and he's going to start working on my teammates, which is going to allow me to turn around. He looks pretty indecisive on what he wants to do here. You can tell he seems irritated with me because as soon as I come around the corner, his attention is right on me. And that's probably the right play, especially since he can use the rock to block the shells from my teammates. Shut him down, and then we move on. And this is kind of where it gets sloppy ammo-wise, or just shooting-wise in general. But sloppy gameplay in the beginning, just maybe not sloppy is the right word, aggression's probably a better word for it. I was just really aggressive trying to get my teammates forward, and now I'm just chasing damage. Like, I feel really good about this game, but that's one thing in the Progetto. The more aggressive you are, the more risky shots you take, the lower your DPM is, and actually the harder it is to get that damage and the kills, and it works against you a little bit. So could have been fully loaded when I rounded this corner, and I'm almost loaded, and I make the mistake again. However, these two are one shots, so I didn't feel too bad about not getting my 4 shell in. Just that shot on the E4's engine deck was probably unnecessary. And then there's the IS-3 crossing, and we're gonna get him right into that gap. He drives into the next gap. We shut him down. There's only 2 tanks left. Chieftain's gonna try to pile in here. I don't see a hole to be able to drive through that mess. But maybe with his power, I'll be able to shove him through, create a hole, and it looks like he is gonna wedge through. Sure enough, we get a nice little hole there. I doubt that I'm gonna be able to see this tusk. Excuse me, the tusk, since he's up there with 2 of my teammates. And as we come up here, we got 2 chambered. We'll only need 1. Is he gonna cross in the opening for us? I'm thinking, yes. He's gonna come right into this opening. We're gonna get a shot, and the bullet flies true. Throw a GG out there. So let's get to endgame stats, see if I actually got my ace. And of course I did, otherwise I wouldn't be showing you this, right? So we got 4,600 damage, 2,000 assisted, 5 kills, even blocked 800 damage. And my favorite thing about the Progetto is not the auto reloader, because the auto reloader can definitely punish you in moments, but this silver that this thing pours in, 66,000, and that's with premium consumables. So I'm using 20,000 silver worth of spaghetti to start the match. I used a premium med kit for another 20,000, so essentially a 100,000 silver game, and subtract those 2 out, I get 66,000. Nice earning. All right, I'll quit babbling. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video.